Hi, hello to all the students of 10th standard. This is your Prasanna ma'am from NEET World. Here we are going to discuss all the case-based questions from the chapter Nutrition and Plants. So yes, if we have to look into the first case, wherein this is about the photosynthesis experiment beta. So the case says that Priya took a potted plant and kept it in dark for 2 days. Then she placed the plant in sunlight for 4 hours. She plucked a leaf and tested it with iodine solution. The leaf turned blue-black. Her friend said this shows the presence of starch, confirming the photosynthesis. First you have to understand the case study that is provided. So it is as simple as it is beta. A potted plant kept in dark for 2 days means the plant gets destarched. The plant gets destarched. Like how we are not given food for 2 days and immediately you are served with a dum biryani. You will finish it off just in a one sitting, right? Same way, when a plant is immediately kept under sunlight for 4 hours, it has conducted vigorous photosynthesis and prepared starch. And then when iodine test is performed, the leaf turns blue-black, indicating the presence of starch. Now you will have 5 set of questions we have to answer with regards to photosynthesis experiment. First question, if you have to see beta, why was the plant kept in dark for 2 days? Why was the plant kept in dark for 2 days? To destarch the plant, that is option C. It is to destarch the plant. And then what changes occur in the leaf when tested with iodine if starch is present? If starch is present, what changes will come? The leaf turns to blue-black color. The leaf turns which color? Blue-black color. And next, if you have to see, third question, which of the following is essential for the process of photosynthesis? For the process of photosynthesis, urea is not required. Urea is not required for the process of photosynthesis. Iodine is not required. Iodine is required to indicate the presence of starch for starch test. Glucose is the end product of photosynthesis, so glucose is also not required. What are the raw materials for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and sunlight and water. These are the raw materials for photosynthesis. So here we have to go with the option B. And next, if you have to consider, what is the primary product of photosynthesis? What are the products of photosynthesis? Glucose, oxygen and water. Water is splitted actually, at the end we will not write this. So what are the products of photosynthesis? Glucose and water. These are the products of photosynthesis. So here if you take, what is the primary product? The ultimate goal of photosynthesis is to prepare glucose, right? It is to prepare carbohydrates. So here the primary product is glucose. Oxygen is formed as a byproduct of photosynthesis. It is formed as a byproduct of photosynthesis. Clear beta? So here the answer will be B. What is the correct equation of photosynthesis? This is a skeleton equation provided actually, that is carbon dioxide and water, which are the raw materials, giving out the primary product glucose and a byproduct oxygen. This is the standard equation for photosynthesis, that is option A. What is the standard equation for photosynthesis with proper chemical equation? That is 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O, and oxygen is evolved out as a byproduct like this. Okay, these are the points you have to remember with respect to photosynthesis beta. It turns blue-black with starch test and it is kept in dark to destarch the plant. What are the raw materials for photosynthesis? What is the primary product of photosynthesis and what is the byproduct of photosynthesis, and what is the standard equation of photosynthesis? This and all you have to keep it in your mind. And next, second case study is about leguminous plants in agriculture. To improve soil fertility, a farmer placed leguminous crops with peas and beans. These plants showed good growth even in nitrogen deficient soil. Scientists say it is due to nitrogen fixing bacteria in root nodules. This is due to nitrogen fixing bacteria in root nodules. So this is about Rhizobium leguminosae relationship, symbiotic relationship. So what type of nutrition do leguminous plant exhibit? First I'd like to say you this, in the leguminous roots of Fabaceae members or bean members, in these roots the nodules are associated like this. Why these nodules are formed? Because of the association of rhizobium. Rhizobium associating with the roots, it will help in nitrogen fixation. So this is a symbiotic association between the Rhizobium bacteria and the leguminous roots. Fine. So what type of nutrition does leguminous plants exhibit? It is symbiotic nutrition. What type of nutrition beta? Symbiotic nutrition. Next, which bacteria is responsible for nitrogen fixation in legumes? It is Rhizobium bacteria, which is a gram-negative bacteria. Remember that. Next, third question with respect to this, what is the main benefit of nitrogen fixation? What is the main benefit of nitrogen fixation? This will convert nitrogen to usable nitrates by the plant, okay, for nutrition. Okay, that is option C. Next, nitrogen fixation helps in improving. This will primarily improve soil fertility, that is option B. What are the root nodules? Root nodules are nothing but to the roots of the leguminous plants, like this, nodules are formed, okay. The nodules are formed to the roots of leguminous plants. These nodules are swellings containing nitrogen fixing bacteria, that is Rhizobium. So this is option C. Fine. Next. Now, the last case study of this session, this is about curious case study on Cuscuta, which is a complete parasitic plant. Now, Ananya saw a yellow thread-like plant growing on the green tree. Her teacher said it Cuscuta, a parasite that depends on its host for food as it lacks chlorophyll. So, Cuscuta is called as a complete parasite because the thread-like structures will blend both into the xylem and phloem of the preceding plant. That is why it is called as a complete parasitic plant. So if you have to look into the options of this questions of this, what type of nutrition is shown by Cuscuta? What type of nutrition? Heterotrophic nutrition, that is parasitic mode of nutrition. In that, why can't Cuscuta prepare its own food? Why is it not preparing its own food? The answer is in the question itself, because it lacks chlorophyll. Whenever case-based question is given to you, even though you don't have any idea with related to that, 2 questions though you can answer just by reading the case properly. Okay, so the absence of chlorophyll is directly given here, so you can go for option B. Next, these 3 questions of this, which of the following is a parasitic plant? What is a parasitic plant here? Cuscuta is a parasitic plant. How does a parasitic plant obtain its nutrition or its food? How will it obtain its food? It extracts nutrients from the host plant. How is it extracting the nutrients? By dwelling out the thread-like structures both into the xylem and phloem of the preceding plant. Which part of the host does Cuscuta attach to? What part of the host? To the stems especially. Okay, it attaches to the stems because thread-like structures will go into the stems and it will get attached to the xylem and phloem. So yes, these are the set of questions. I would like to end this session by reminding you that we have the consequent sessions on the case based and objective based sessions on all the topics of biology of 10th standard. So stay tuned and subscribe NEET World channel, and you will get complete foundation course in our NEET World channel and Med World app. So you can, for any doubts and any information, you can call us on the number given below. Thank you.